nothing when Mackenzie Ellis from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention West Texas chapter comes in. We sit down, we always have a great talk. She's going to be covering some of the different types of mental health professionals that work in our area and why they specialize in it. The reason we want to do that is we want to continue to kind of lay the groundwork, knowing if you're going through an issue, you need someone, this is the person you talk to, but we want to make sure more people are talking about mental health. And we begin to normalize the fact that it is a good thing to talk about getting that help.
Yes, absolutely, Andy. And I love that we are continuing to have these conversations, you know, and we usually end by saying, you know, hey, if you need help, reach out.
Right.
But I want to take that next step of helping people understand what that reaching out can look like and where to go. Because people don't always know about the different types of mental health professionals that are out there.
Right, because you're sitting there, you're looking at it, you've got the options, you've got the psychiatrist, you've got the psychologist, and then you have therapist. How do we know which one we need to talk to?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, let's first talk about psychiatrists.
Okay.
So a psychiatrist is someone who has actually gone to medical school, and they, out of all the professionals you just named, Andy, psychiatrists are the only ones who can actually prescribe medications.
Okay.
And so going to them, and so they're kind of like a specialist, you know, so a lot of times people will start off with their regular family doctor. Hey, this is kind of what's going on, and sometimes your family doctor can kind of help you manage, but if they're like, no, what, we need to take that next step, they can help you get set up with a psychiatrist. But again, they're just somebody that is more specialized in that and is an actual doctor that can prescribe medications.
Okay, from there, let's go to a psychologist.
Yes, so psychologists, a lot of times they are utilized more so for initial testing to kind of, you know, you might have someone come in and say, hey, I don't really know what's going on here. There's part of me that feels like maybe I'm struggling with some ADHD, maybe some anxiety.
Right.
Sitting down with a psychologist usually is going to be just kind of once, maybe twice kind of type thing where you're doing some initial further assessing. Whereas like with the psychiatrist, once you get established, you're usually going in for an appointment with them, again, just like a doctor's appointment, about once every 3 months or so.
Okay, and then we've got therapist.
Yes, a therapist. So as a therapist myself, obviously I'm a little biased there, but so with therapists, those are going to be your people that you are sitting down with for usually about an hour, you know, give or take a little bit, and that's where you're really sitting down, where you might picture, you know, sitting on the couch, and you're talking through things. And even within therapists, there's still a lot of different kinds. Even within that, there's like myself, a licensed professional counselor. There are LCSWs, which are licensed clinical social workers, and there's LMFTs, licensed marriage and family therapists. So even within the therapist world, there's still different professionals that do a lot of the same work, but have some different titles.
So what should be the first step then if somebody thinks, hey, something's off? What's the first step for them?
Well, one of the things I always recommend, go see your regular doctor.
Okay.
Go see what's going on there. Have them do some blood work. Maybe there's some things physically that might be going on that may be contributing to some mental health. And so that's always a really great first start. And that doesn't mean that you immediately have to start any type of medications, but that's always a great start. And then after that, it's always great to, even if you do start medications, whether it's through your regular doctor or psychiatrist, partnering that with therapy, that's where people are going to see the best results.
I always learn something when we sit down and talk. Before we go, real quick, the Out of Darkness Walk, that's happening in October. What's the date?
October 11th, and we are definitely needing more teams to sign up to participate in that.
And we're going to be talking about that a lot over the next couple of months.
Yes,
so we'll be checking in with you soon. We do have more Studio 4 after this quick break. Don't go anywhere.